signed on, you will need 2 blocks. I've got these 2 yoga blocks, but you could also use a stack of books. You could use a couple cardboard boxes, Tupperware. You will also need a strap. So I've got this strap right here, but you could also use a scarf or a yoga towel, a hand towel, really anything that you can hold on to. Some of you may or may not need it. If you tend to be pretty open in your shoulders, you may not need the strap. But let's get started in a child's pose. Thank you for your patience as I get everything set up. All right, so I'll let you know when to start the playlist if you're using it, not quite yet. In your child's pose, just let your hips sink down towards your heels. And try to soften here as much as you can. Just letting your forehead relax on the mat. You might even sway your head side to side, just massaging the center of your forehead, the third eye. Take a nice deep inhale here, big breath in all the way up. And then exhale, open your mouth, let it go. One more time, big inhale all the way in. And exhale, let it go. So with every exhale, you're letting go of whatever it is that you do not need in this moment. So our goal today in our yoga practice is building a deeper connection with our body and flowing with our breath so we can hopefully a little bit more easily begin to quiet the mind and whatever might be going on up in there this morning. From your child's pose, walk both hands to the right. Both hands to the right. They might come off of your mat onto the floor and really lengthen through the left fingertips. Pull the left hips back. And then come back to center and we'll take it to the other side. So reach to the right fingertips, pull the right hip back, nice big side body stretch on the right side. And then come back to center. Tend your fingertips and lift your chest up just for a moment and slide the left arm underneath you and then come to fold over that left shoulder, so like a threaded needle. Just allow your body weight to relax here. You might reach the right fingertips even further forwards. And gently remove the left arm and we'll switch sides. Lift your chest up, thread the right arm underneath you, and then just pause, letting your body weight relax. Crawl the right fingertips and the left fingertips further away. And then release the right arm. And come forwards, hands and knees into your tabletop. We'll start moving through cat-cow. So on your inhale, dip your belly, open your chest, heart reaches forward. And exhale, round your spine, push the ground away from cat. Inhale, heart goes forwards. And exhale, you round. And here is, if you are listening to the playlist, here's where you'll want to press play. Continue moving through cat-cow on your own. If you are listening to the playlist, I do recommend placing it or playing it on a different device other than your laptop, your computer, just so you can better moderate the volume. And make sure you have yourself on mute as well. If you haven't met me before, my name is Patricia, and just wanted to say thank you for tuning in this afternoon so we can flow together. So keep finding your breath and your cat-cow, and feel free to add on however you'd like to add on. So that might mean swaying your hips a little bit, shifting a little bit more front to back, side to side. However it is you feel like moving in this moment, you can close your eyes, and you might be alone in your house, or you might be with a friend or a loved one, and really no one cares how you're moving right now. So try to forget what you're supposed to do in your cat-cow and just move in a way that feels organic. And as you're ready, you'll tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Feel free to continue some movement here in your down dog if you'd like. Whatever it is you like to do in your first down dog of class. Might be pedaling your heels, maybe swaying your hips side to side. Again, try to let it be organic. And let your head relax. And let your weight sink back towards your heels. Moving more weight into your legs and out of your wrists. On your inhale, lift your heels and use your belly to pull yourself forwards to a high plank pose. On your exhale, keep your toes tucked under, tap your knees down, shift your hips back to a child's pose. Keep your toes tucked. Take an inhale in your child's pose. On your exhale, see if you can come to downward facing dog without shifting forward, so you just straighten the legs. Do that a few more times. On your inhale, come forwards, high plank. Exhale, tap the knees. Keep the toes tucked under and shift back, child's pose. Take a breath in. On your breath out, push the weight back, straighten your legs. 2 more times. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, tap the knees, child's pose. Take a breath in. And breath out, just straighten the legs. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, tap the knees, keep the toes tucked. Take an inhale. Exhale, just straighten the legs to downward facing dog. This time, shift forwards to a high plank pose. On your exhale, just tap the knees down and find a tabletop. So you might need to pull your wrists back a little bit so they're under the shoulders. And from your tabletop, already getting a little sweaty, from your tabletop, puppy pose. So you'll crawl your hands forwards and you'll melt your chest towards the mat. So you'll notice that puppy is not like child's pose. I'm not shifting my hips back. My hips stay directly over my knees, and I just walk my hands forwards. For a lot of us, this is a pretty intense shoulder stretch, pretty deep heart opener. So try to breathe a little bit deeper, a little bit slower here. If you feel like you have some more space, you might take your chin down and look forwards. Keep your forearms down on the mat. Slide your hips forwards to a Sphinx pose. So forearms are down on the floor. You're making an 11 shape with your hands, with your arms. Middle fingers point straight forwards, and make sure your elbows are just a touch ahead of your shoulders. Push your forearms down, reach the heart forwards, look forwards. Take a breath in. The breath out, come onto your belly. Tent your fingertips wide on the floor so they'll come off your mat. On your inhale, lift your chest up through center. Exhale, tap your right shoulder towards the mat and look to the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left shoulder. One more each way. Take an inhale to lift. Right shoulder dips, exhale. Inhale through center. Last one, left shoulder. Inhale to lift, reach the heart forwards. And then exhale, come back onto your chest. Take your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, press back to child's pose. Same thing we've been doing, take an inhale in child's pose. Exhale, push the weight back, just straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Pause here for a few breaths. On your inhale, sweep the right leg straight up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forwards between your hands, tap the left knee down. Untap the toes and then inhale, low lunge, both arms rise. Take a breath in at the top. Breath out, sweep your hands back, hover the chest, so airplane arms. You're rolling your shoulders up and back and you're pushing your palms up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And breath out, take your hands to the floor. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee and step forwards, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. On your breath in, push to the feet, stand up, rise. And then take your hands to your heart on your exhale and release. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold all the way down. Inhale, step your left foot back. Exhale, plant your palms, downward facing dog. Shift forwards to a high plank pose, take a breath in, and breath out, lower all the way down into your belly. You can either interlace your hands at the low back or find that those airplane arms, press your palms up towards the ceiling. Either way, you're rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. If you've got the clasp, pull the hands towards the back of the room, let it reach the heart forwards. Take a breath in, and breath out, release your hands. Tuck your toes, push back to child's pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, see if you can come to downward dog without shifting forwards, just straightening the legs. Left leg lifts, inhale. Left foot steps forwards, exhale, right knee taps. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, sweep the hands back, hover the chest. Good, take a breath in, runner's lunge, lift the right knee, step forwards, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, reach the arms up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale, and release. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold all the way down. Right foot steps back, runner's lunge, inhale. Downward facing dog, push back. High plank pose, your belly brings you forwards, breath in. Breath out, lower all the way down into your belly. Interlace your fingers or take the airplane arms. You've also got your strap handy if this bind is difficult. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Reach your hands towards the back of the room, the wall behind you. Reach the heart forwards. Breath in. And breath out, release. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, child's pose, push back. Take a breath in. Down dog, breath out. Right leg up, inhale. Right foot steps, exhale. Low lunge, arms rise, inhale. Exhale, sweep your hands back. Listen, breath in, lift the left knee, stay in your airplane arms. Exhale, step forwards, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, arms rise, inhale. Take it all the way back down, exhale. Left foot steps back, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. High plank, inhale, shift forwards. This time it's chaturanga, lower halfway. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step it through, exhale. Low lunge, arms rise, sweep up. Exhale, sweep back. Stay here, inhale, lift the right knee, heart reaches forwards. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, sweep up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Right foot goes back, breath in. Down dog, breath out. High plank, inhale, shift forwards. Chaturanga, squeeze the elbows in as you lower. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Let's keep adding on. Right leg lifts, inhale. Right foot steps, exhale. This time, high lunge. Keep that left knee elevated as you lift. Breath in. Sweep your hands back. Breath out. Listen, chair pose. Breath in, step forwards. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. And exhale, fold. Stand up, inhale, get tall. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Left foot steps, inhale. Listen, right to plank pose on your exhale. Take a breath in, breath out, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, reach the heart through. Downward facing, exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step forwards, exhale. High lunge, arms rise. Sweep back, exhale. Chair pose, step forward, sink the hips, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Right foot goes back, inhale. High plank is your exhale. Take a breath in, shift forwards. Exhale is chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. One more time. Right leg lifts, inhale. Right foot steps, exhale. High lunge, sweep up. This time, full airplane. So as you sweep your hands back, you lean forwards, you lift that left leg. Chair pose, step right into it. Reach the arms up, inhale. Adding on, airplane arms, sweep your hands back. Maybe you lift the heels. Interlace the fingers at the base of the spine. Reach the heart forwards, inhale. Exhale, heels tap down. Fold forwards, lift the clasp of your hands up. Really nice shoulder stretch here. You might bend one knee and then the other. Release the hands to the floor, flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's stand up, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps. Good, take a breath in. Breath out is chaturanga, step back, lower right away. Up dog, inhale, heart forwards. Down dog, exhale. One more side, left leg lifts. Step it through. High lunge, breathe in. Airplane, sweep back, lean forwards, take off, lift that right leg. Right into chair, arms rise, inhale. Sweep your hands back, airplane your arms, exhale. Maybe the heels lift, come to the balls of the feet. Interlace your hands. See if you can take the opposite interlace. Lift the chest, inhale. Tap your heels down as you fold forwards. Lift the clasp of your hands up towards the ceiling. And let your shoulders lift up and away from your ears. Let your head hang. Release your hands to the floor. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. We stand all the way up. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Right foot steps, inhale. Exhale, right to chaturanga, step back, lower. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Pause here in your down dog. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Again, big breath in. And exhale. Good. Okay, step your feet all the way together. On your inhale, lift your heels, lift your hips. Exhale, bend your knees, look forwards. Can you come to a seat, hopping or stepping forwards? Come to a seat, top of your mat. Grab some water here for a moment. I've got some tea, water, tea, coffee, whatever you've got. And then you'll come onto, or actually let's plant the feet. All right. Boat pose. Legs forwards, reach the arms forwards. So lean back a little bit, but lift the chest. Knees can be straight or they can be bent, it's up to you. My legs do not like to straighten here, so I keep my knees bent. On your inhale, lower to hover, straighten the legs, legs hover, chest hovers. On your exhale, listen carefully, come up, hug the knees in. You can use your hands for more support here or keep reaching them forwards. Let's do this as you hover, hands to heart center, inhale, and then exhale, come up, reach your hands forwards or you give the knees a hug. Inhale to hover, exhale, lift. Couple more times, inhale, exhale. Last time like this, inhale, and exhale. Good, okay, listen, inhale to lower, exhale, just the right knee comes in as you lift. So you can hug it, you can reach forwards, whatever you want. Inhale to hover, just the left knee comes in. Good, inhale, right knee. Inhale, left knee. Inhale, hover. Right knee lift. Good, inhale, left knee. How many more? Inhale, right knee. Inhale to hover. Pull the left knee and let's do two more. Inhale, right knee. Last one, inhale to hover. Exhale, left knee. Good, inhale to hover, pause here. Exhale, come onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, rock a little bit side to side, give that low back a massage. Then start to rock and roll up and down your mat. We're gonna completely switch and come onto the belly. So however you wanna get there, you could cross your ankles, hop back, lower through chaturanga. You could do what I'm about to do, which is just step back and come all the way down onto your belly. And we'll set up a Sphinx pose, so we've been here before. So forearms come down, middle fingers point straight forwards, and try to avoid just slumping down, letting your shoulders sneak up to your ears. Instead, push into the forearms, lift your chest, reaching the heart forwards, maybe feeling a little bit of a stretch on the belly here after those abs. Let's lift the right elbow up, and then slide the left arm underneath, and you'll just pause, let your body weight fold over the left arm. Your right fingertips will crawl forwards, all the way forwards. So just like we did in our child's pose at the beginning of class. Reach both sets of fingers a little bit further away from you, and try to soften into your left shoulder. And crawl the right hand back. Peel the left arm out, come back to your Sphinx pose, we'll set up the second side. So left elbow pops up. Just like threading the needle, your right arm goes under and then let your body weight just fold over the right arm. Tap your forehead down. Crawl those left fingertips forwards. Try to soften your jaw. Crawl the left fingertips back, peel the right arm out from underneath you. Take your hands under your low ribs, slide them back. Push into the tops of your feet, either a cobra pose or an upward facing dog. So stretching out the belly after our boat pose, pulses. You might dip one shoulder and then the other. And then downward facing dog as you're ready. How are we doing? If you're doing good, float a leg up. Reach a leg up if you're feeling good. Good. All right, let's take the feet all the way together. And then lift your heels, lift your hips up on your inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forwards. Get your feet to your hands. You'll either step or you'll hop forwards to the top of the mat. Flat back as you arrive, take a breath in. Breath out, fold forwards. Chair pose is your inhale, so send the hips back, reach the arms up. So imagine like you're trying to sit on a chair that's just out of reach, so you're sending your hips back, not bending the knees forward. So hips goes back, Weight is in the heels. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. Take a breath in. Breath out, sweep your hands back for airplane arms. You might lift the heels. Listen carefully. On your breath in, left knee comes up with you. Stand up, sweep the arms up. Left knee. On your breath out, airplane pose. Left leg goes back. Push the palms up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Step the left foot back, high lunge, arms rise. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Nice deep bend into the right knee. Reach the arms away from each other. You guys, I'm not used to doing the entire class with you. This is really tough. This is gonna be my workout for today, I think. Reverse it, go up and back, inhale. Exhale, right elbow to right thigh. Find your side angle pose and reach your left arm over the ear. And then lean back, think of turning your chest up towards the ceiling. Keep the deep bend in the right knee. Go up and back, reverse it. Let's straighten the right leg this time. Inhale. Exhale is triangle pose. So come up to your T, arms open. You might heel toe the back foot forwards. On your breath in, you'll lean forwards, reach to the right fingertips, and send this left hip back. And then right hand comes down to your shin or an ankle or to your block. Left arm straight up. Imagine like you were turning your right ribs, those lower ribs up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, circle the top arm towards the back of the room, and then sweep it towards the mat, flip up the left heel. So you're in a runner's lunge now. You'll tense your fingertips, or you might grab your blocks under your hands. Take a breath in, look forwards. And breath out, lengthen the right leg. It's a long pyramid pose. Two more, runner's lunge, take an inhale. And exhale, shift your hips back. Last one, inhale. And send it back on your exhale. This time, stay here with your hips back, but lengthen the spine, take a breath in. On your breath out, you'll turn your toes to the left. You're in a straddle forward fold. So just fold forward, let your head hang. You might even nod your head, yes or no, let the neck relax. Move your right hand right under your forehead. Take a flat back on your breath in. On your breath out, left arm reaches up, so you're in a twist. Take this left arm, thread it underneath the right. Thread the left arm underneath the right for eagle arms. Wrap the arms, wrap the forearms together. And then through a flat back, you stand all the way up with your eagle arms. Good. Turn your right toes forwards. Step the left foot a little bit wider. We're coming into warrior one with the eagle arms. So you'll widen your feet, bend into the right knee, and turn your chest to face forwards. Try to lift the elbows up towards your nose. If this eagle arms does not work for you, give yourself a hug. Push the forearms together, lift your chest up, take an inhale, tiny little back bend, and then exhale, humble warrior with eagle arms. Try to bow inside that right leg, but don't let the right hip swing out to the right, pull the right hip back. Keep the heart reaching forwards, take a breath in. Breath out, unwind your arms to the floor, flip up the left heel and tap the left knee down. Take your left hand to the floor or maybe a block. Take your right hand inside the right knee and just gently traction the right knee away from you. You'll either stay here or you'll turn it into twisted quad stretch, reach the right hand back, grab that left foot. We'll take 3 pulses here. So on your inhale, kick into that right hand, lean back, let the right shoulder open. And then exhale, pull the foot in and round to face the floor. 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, you round. Kick into the hand on your inhale, lean back. And exhale, pull it in. On your inhale, release your hands to the floor. Lift the left knee. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And let's shake out the right leg. So reach the right leg up and back. You might bend and point the leg. Maybe take a few hip circles with the right knee. And then step the right toes down. Step your feet all the way to touch. Lift your heels, your hips, take a breath in. Breath out, bend your knees, push your chest back, look forwards, get your feet to your hands. Halfway lift as you arrive, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, hips go back, sweep the arms up, breath in. Stay here on your breath out. Let's see if we can sit a little bit lower, but see if you can also lift your chest a little bit more, tilt the tailbone down. Take an inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms, sweep the hands back, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, maybe the heels lift. On your inhale, right knee comes up, sweep the arms up. Find your airplane, right leg goes back, arms reach back. Right toes tap back, high lunge, breath in. Warrior two, open up, left toes forwards. Take up space here, reach the arms open. Reverse it, inhale, go up and back, side body stretch. And then exhale, side angle, left arm to left thigh. Right arm over your ear today. Lean your chest back, try to rotate the right side of your chest towards the ceiling. And then reverse it. As you go up and back, straighten the left leg, breath in. Breath out, start to set up your triangle. So arms split open, you might heel toe the right foot closer. As you breathe in, you lean forwards, shoot the right hip back. And as you breathe out, the left hand comes to the ankle. Right arm reaches straight up, try to lift the chest. Steady in your breath. Circle the right arm towards the back of the room, sweep it down. Hands frame your left foot, runner's lunge, flip up the right heel. Take a breath in, look forwards. Breath out, shift back, lengthen the left leg. Two more, runner's lunge, inhale. Exhale, send it back. You might have those blocks under your hands. Runner's lunge, inhale. And lengthen, exhale. This time, stay here with your left leg lengthened. Lift to a flat back, inhale. Exhale, crawl your hands to the right, turn the left toes in, parallel your feet. You're gonna straddle forward fold. And just pause here in your fold, relax your head and your neck. Take your left hand right under your forehead, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, right arm reaches up. Take your twist. Then you'll thread the right arm underneath the left, find your eagle arms. Right arm threads underneath, or you give yourself a hug. On your inhale, hinge at the waist, stand all the way up. Push the forearms together. Try to lift the elbows up towards the nose. And then we'll turn into warrior one in the leg. So left toes go forwards. Step the right foot a little bit wider, and then bend into the left knee. See if you can turn your forearms to face the front of your mat. Take a breath in, lift the chest, inhale. Humble, exhale, fold forwards. Try to keep the eagle arms. Try to avoid letting that left hip swing forwards. Keep the heart reaching forwards, one more breath in. Breath out, unwind your hands, flip up the right heel, tap the right knee down. So we're setting up that twisted quad stretch. Right hand to the floor, left hand inside the left thigh. Just start by pushing it away from you. Either stay here or grab the right foot with the left hand. Take a breath in, kick into your hand, open the left shoulder, lean back. And then exhale, pull the foot in, lean forwards, round forwards. Two more, inhale, kick, lean back. Exhale, pull it in. Last one, kick and open, inhale. Exhale. Release your hands to the floor. Lift the right knee, breath in. Breath out, downward facing dog. And sweep the left leg up and back. Just air out that left leg, maybe a few hip circles. And then step the left foot down, feet to touch. Lift the heels, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, press back, but look forwards, and then get your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, breath in. Breath out, airplane your arms, send your hands back. Maybe you lift the heels. Feel the heart reaching forwards, lean forwards. Take your hands to the floor. For crow pose, you'll split your knees open. Squeeze your knees either to the backs of the triceps or right outside the arms, as high up as you can get them. You'll look forwards, shift forwards. Start to bend your elbows, push into the fingertips. If your feet lift, hug your heels into your butt. Maybe you shoot the legs back to a chaturanga. Child's pose for a moment, catch your breath, grab some water. Try to slow your breath here. Hey, Stacy and Eddie and Betty. Give your cat a little pet. All right, let's come forwards to a tabletop. And you will most likely need your blocks for this piece. So we're going to come into puppy pose once again, but this time a little bit deeper, so using our blocks. Now, with puppy pose, and if you forgot, this is puppy pose. If this was enough for you as it is, you could do that again, that's fine. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, you'll grab your blocks or your stack of books or whatever you've got. Try to make sure they're around the same height. You'll place them on the mat. You'll place your hands on the blocks, so pretty high up top of the mat. And walk your knees back until your knees land under your hips. And same thing, just let your chest melt towards the floor. So because you have your hands elevated, you can get this quite a bit deeper than normal puppy pose. And you can also kind of moderate how intense this feeling is by pushing your hands down. So give that a shot. Maybe push your hands down for a breath or two, and then let it release. And then push your hands in, and then let it go. A little active stretching, one more push through the hands, and then release it, and you might find that you've gotten a little bit deeper. Now slowly start to walk forwards, come out of the puppy. I've got one variation for you. We'll get into the triceps here. So for this one, you'll put your elbows on the blocks. Try to get them in the center of the blocks, not on the edge. Take your palms together, and you'll walk your knees back, same thing. And this time, you'll bend the elbows, try to pull the palms towards the back of your neck. So getting into the triceps. And think of pulling your elbows back towards your knees. So finding some traction backwards. And we'll do the same thing. So see if you can push into the blocks a little bit. And then release, soften. Push down. And soften it. One more, push the elbows down, pull them back. And then soften. And notice if maybe that allowed you to get a little bit deeper down. To come out, remove the hands from behind the neck, start to crawl your knees forwards, we'll slowly come out. Pause in child's pose, so set the blocks aside, and we'll take the embryo variation of child's pose, so reach your hands towards the back of the room. And come back onto hands and knees. Sphinx pose. Lengthen your legs back, belly down, forearms down. Again, take a look at your elbows. Make sure they're either right underneath or right ahead of your shoulders. So I don't want them back here. I want them in front of the shoulders. And then try to keep them parallel. So that means both forearms straight forwards. You're making an 11 shape. And instead of letting the wrists come in, the wrists and the middle fingers point straight forwards. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and then lift your hips, forearm plank. See if you can find the sensation of eagle in your upper back. So you're pushing the forearms down and you're separating the shoulder blades, letting the tailbone reach towards the back of the room. Lift your belly button up towards the ceiling. So firm up your belly, firm up the legs as well, the quads, those big muscles in your thighs, and then push the heels back. And then dolphin pose. So start to hike your hips up, walk your toes up towards your elbows. You might soften your knees here. Relax your head. Keep pushing the forearms down, wrapping the shoulder blades away from each other, expanding the upper back. Try to avoid letting the wrists angle in. Downward facing dog, maybe both elbows lift at once. This time, walk your hands to the back of the mat. So forward fold, back of the mat. And let's take a ragdoll. Grasp opposite elbows, bend your knees a lot, let your head and neck relax. Release the ragdoll, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Feet to touch, big toes up, big toes touch, heels slightly apart, chair pose. So we need to use our listening skills if you're not directly facing the camera for this one. Take a breath in. Breath out, airplane your arms, sweep back, maybe lift the heels. Right knee comes up with you. Inhale, reach. Listen, it's a big step forwards, right into airplane on your exhale. Right foot steps, sweep your hands back, right into airplane. Good, chair pose, inhale. Exhale again, airplane the arms, lift the heels. Left knee comes up, inhale. Good. Exhale, left leg goes back, airplane. High lunge, left toes tap, reach the arms up. Warrior two, open up. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale. This time you might take a half bind, left arm wraps behind the low back, lean back. Reverse it, straighten the right leg, inhale. Triangle pose is your exhale. Reach the left arm towards the back of the room, circle it down, find your runner's lunge, take a breath in. This time it's standing split, float the left leg up, fold over the right leg, let your head and neck relax. If you like getting on your hands, you want to play with a few handstands, this is your time to shine. Take your hands on the floor and think about just leaning forwards, pushing your hands down, lifting the right foot up. You'll step your left toes all the way back. Turn to your straddle. Right toes go in. Now, while you're in your forward fold, grab your strap. I gotta go run and get mine. So grab your strap, fold forwards. And then with your strap in your hands, hinge at the waist, stand all the way up. Take the strap in your right hand. We'll bend the right elbow, take the right hand behind the neck. The left hand, to start, left hand grabs the right elbow. And just gently lift the right elbow up and back, so lengthen into the right tricep. Then you'll reach the left arm back, point the left thumb down, bend the elbow, grab the other end of the strap. If you can find your fingers with no drama, you don't need the strap, you can drop it, but most of us will find the strap useful. Once you've got it, pull the strap apart. See if you can lower the left shoulder away from your ear, and then point the right shoulder up a little bit more. Now we're keeping this bind, this Gomukhasana arms, warrior one in the legs, right toes forwards, left foot a little bit wider, bend into the right knee. Take a breath in. Humble with Gomukhasana arms, fold forwards. Keep reaching the heart forwards. Try not to round the spine. One breath in. Breath out, release the strap to the floor. Listen, half moon pose. Right hand to the floor to a block. Left arm can stay in a half bind if you'd like, as you come into half moon. Think of rotating that left hip open, leaning back. You might find Chapasana, bending the left knee, grabbing that left ankle. If you find Chapasana, kick into the hand, lift the chest, open the left shoulder. Slowly release what you've got. We'll land in half moon, or excuse me, we'll land in warrior two. Do we all make it? Reverse it, inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the floor. Step back, downward dog. If you want a chaturanga here, you can take it. We'll meet in down dog. One more side, one more standing sequence. Walk your hands all the way back. Take a ragdoll, opposite side, opposite forearm and top. Let your head hang. And then release your hands to the floor. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, hips go back, arms reach up, inhale. Airplane your arms, sweep your hands back, maybe lift the heels. The left knee comes up, inhale, stand up, left knee in. It's a big step forwards, right into airplane. Sweep the hands back. Right foot steps right into chair pose, step forwards, bend the knees, inhale. Sweep the hands back, exhale, airplane the arms. Right knee goes in, inhale, right knee up. Airplane, sweep back. Last airplane, I think, today. High lunge, right toe step, inhale, reach up. Warrior two. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale, maybe there's a half bind this round, right arm behind the low back. Lower the right shoulder away from the ear. Reverse it, straighten the left leg, inhale. Triangle pose is your exhale. Circle the right arm back, down and forwards, find your runner's lunge, breath in. Standing split, breath out, fold over the left leg, let your head hang. So same thing, you could stay in your standing split. If you'd like to handstand, especially if you're nearby a wall, you might take your hands down and just experiment with popping the left toes up. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. You'll step your right toes all the way back, turn the left toes in, find your straddle, and then find your strap. Grab a hold of your strap. With your strap, stand all the way up. Take the strap in your left hand, bend the left elbow. Right hand grabs the left elbow, and then lifts the left elbow up and back. So getting deeper into the tricep. Right arm out to the right, spin the right thumb down, bend the elbow, grab the other end of the strap. Sometimes it's hard to find. Once you get it, you pull the strap apart. See if I can get it here. All right. And then we lower the right shoulder down, lift the left elbow up. Turn forwards, find warrior one in the legs, deep bend in the left knee. Breath in. Breath out, lean forwards, find humble warrior with this Gomukhasana arms, reaching the heart forwards. Take a breath in. Breath out, release the strap. You might keep the right arm in your half bind. We'll come into a half moon pose. So bend into the left knee, left hand to the floor to a block. and lean back, lift the right shoulder open. Maybe find Shavasana, bending the right knee, pulling the heel in, and then kicking into the hand to open the right shoulder. Slowly step back, warrior two. Reverse inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the floor. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Maybe there's a chaturanga, maybe you skip that. From your downward dog, come forwards onto your belly. So all the way down, last Sphinx pose, forearms come down. Wrists, fingers, point straight forwards. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Right into dolphin pose, so walk the toes forwards, maybe bending the knees. Last dolphin pose, you may this round lift up the right leg. There might be a balance on the arms. I don't have it, so I'm not going to demo it. But if you've got it, feel free to go ahead. Eventually you'll switch legs, the left leg lifts. Maybe there's a balance once you've had enough. Tap your knees down, come into child's pose, but reach your hands towards the back of the room. Let your forehead come down to the floor. And then come forwards and just swing your legs forwards, come onto your back. Plant your feet and grab a block. So for some of you, depending on what you're using for a block, this may not work, but we'll try it. We'll see what happens. So we're coming onto our backs. Plant your feet, grab the block or whatever you have. Hopefully it's not like an encyclopedia or something really heavy. You'll take it in between your thighs, the narrow width. Make sure your heels are close enough that you can touch them. Squeeze on the block, and then lift your hips up for a bridge pose. So squeezing on the block will encourage your inner thighs to engage. Think of pointing the knees forwards, and then reaching your chest towards the back of the room. Option to extend the right leg forwards. Bring the right foot down. Option to extend the left leg forwards. Good, left foot comes down, and then come back onto your back. You can set the block aside. Take the soles of your feet together, let the knees open wide. Reset your feet hips width. So bridge pose, if you liked using the block there, you're more than welcome to use it again. You lift up into bridge pose. If wheel is in your practice and you'd like to come into wheel pose, you'll take your hands on either side of your ears, fingertips face your shoulders. Before you lift up, hug your elbows in like chaturanga, and then like a push-up, push into your hands to straighten your arms. In your wheel pose, let your head and neck relax. Whether you're in bridge or wheel, option to lift the right leg. Bring the right foot down. Option to lift the left leg. Bring the left foot down, chin to your chest, roll upper back, mid back, and low back down. This time, heel toe your feet wide to the edges of the mat and knock your knees in to touch. So we'll do one more back bend together. For this last one, I have an advanced variation for you in your wheel pose, and that would be bringing your forearms down. If you've never done it before, but you feel pretty open in your upper back and pretty confident in your wheel pose, you might watch me do it before you come into it and then try it. Otherwise, you can do your thing. But we'll set it up the same way we've been doing. Heels down, lifting up into a bridge pose. Hands on either side of your ears. You'll press up into wheel to start. Now to bring your forearms down, you'll gently tap your head on the floor and bring one forearm down and then the other. And then once you have them down, you'll push into your forearms like we did in Sphinx pose. So you're not just collapsing, you're actively pushing the forearms down. To come out of it, this is important, to come out, you'll tap your head back down, push one hand down and then the other, lift back into wheel pose, and then tuck your chin to your chest and come out. Nice you. Take your time if you're working on it. I love seeing you all do this. You all look great. So take your time. If you've had enough, you'll eventually hug your knees into your chest and come onto your back. Or, hi Tabrin. And hug your right knee in a little bit tighter, straighten your left leg. And with your right knee hugging in, shift your hips an inch to the right. And then cross the right knee over your body to the left, take a twist, let the right arm open. Gentle twist to restore the spine. And come back onto your back, hug both knees in. And we'll switch sides. So left knee hugs in, right leg straightens. Shift your hips an inch to the left, and then cross the left knee over the body to the right. Let your left shoulder soften. Come back onto your back. And we'll set up a figure four. So right ankle over your left thigh. You can either keep your left foot planted on the floor, or you might pick up this shape, interlace your hands behind the left thigh, and bring it a little bit closer to your chest. Point the right toes up towards the ceiling, so flexing the right foot. You might take a few circles with the left foot, so opening up that left ankle in both directions. And then release what you've got. As you're ready, you'll switch sides. So left ankle over right thigh. Figure four, opposite side. Flex the left toes straight up. And maybe circle the right ankle around a few times. And then release what you've got. Plant your feet on the floor. Grab your block. We'll set up a supported inversion. So take the block probably at the lower height that you have. Slide under your low back and just extend your legs up towards the ceiling. If there's another inversion here that you prefer, so it could be a shoulder stand or a headstand or something else to restore the legs, you're welcome to do that. Hey, Katie, I didn't see you. Happy you're here. You might close your eyes, soften your jaw, soften your forehead, your eyebrows. Return your feet to the floor, set the block aside, and just to close, we'll take Happy Baby or Supta Baddha Konasana. So Happy Baby, you'll reach inside the feet or inside the knees for the outsides of the feet. Supta Baddha, soles of the feet together, knees open wide, just relaxing your knees down towards the floor. Whenever you feel like you've had enough, you'll release your feet. If you're following along with me on the playlist, you'll want to switch it to the very last song right now. It's our Shavasana song. You'll extend your legs forward, setting up any props you might like to use for your final rest. If you have tension in the low back, you might take your 2 blocks or your books or your pillows or whatever you have and set them up under your knees. And you'll turn your palms face up on either side of your waist. Just noticing every part of your body that's coming into contact with the floor. The backs of your wrists, the back of your head, the heels of your feet. Allow each piece of your body that's touching the floor to get a little bit softer, a little bit heavier. Take one last big inhale through your nose, fill up all the way. And open your mouth. Shavasana. Begin to return to consciousness. And start breathing a little bit more life into your body, breathing more deeply, perhaps moving your hands and your feet. Drag your feet to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. And start to find your way up to a seat. Try to keep your eyes closed, just holding onto this moment of peace, Just a little bit longer. Bring your hands to the center of your heart. And just feeling connected to everyone else that we're practicing with today, everyone else that we shared this time with, even though we might not be together physically. We all just did the same yoga practice in unison in different places, and we're able to connect with each other virtually, which is really beautiful. And lift your thumbs up to the center of your forehead, and we'll bow in gratitude to each other for sharing this practice. Namaste.